Hi guys, welcome back to Home in Kentucky. I'm so happy to have you here with me. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons we decided to homeschool our children, and I really wanted to do this video because I think it's a question that I'm going to get a lot and I'm already getting, but also because I really had to have help fleshing this out, because at first the desire to want to homeschool them started kind of as a gut feeling, and I didn't really I wasn't able to put clear reasoning down on paper until I thought about it. I talked with a lot of other homeschoolers, I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and made a lot of lists. Are any of you list makers? So yeah, I kind of needed this for myself, and now that I've got it figured out, I wanted to share it with you guys. Maybe it'll help some of you out there that are really trying to articulate this. Now, this is not an exhaustive list. This is not all the reasons we chose to homeschool, but I think it's some of the main ones. So the first reason is for, and you may see me glance at my notes through this, the first reason is for the curriculum. There is so much, oh my gosh, you guys. The options for curriculum for homeschoolers now is so immense. From online to offline, workbooks, distance learning, learning through co-ops, it's just amazing. And the great thing about the curriculum is it can be really customized to your student, your child. And so you can use something different for your older child than you do your middle child, than you do your younger child. And that is actually the case with us. I am going to do a whole video on what curriculum we chose and why in a video coming up. So make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And we'll talk more about that really soon. I am so excited to share what we're doing with this, because we're going to be able to move them up in certain subjects and go a little bit slower in others. And I think it's going to be wonderful for their education. Number 2, flexibility with time. The ability to travel and see family, or have family come and see us. The ability to have a routine that isn't so strict and so demanding and so stressful. I know a lot of you guys can relate to this, waking up in the mornings, just dreading that whole process. And it's especially hard with younger children, I think. So I am so ready to have a little more control over their time and allow them to have more control of their time as well. An example of this would be just the limited time that they have for recess and lunch in our elementary district. I don't know how it is where you live. You can let me know in the comments. But here, by the time Everly and Beckett get through the lunch line, they barely have time to socialize. They barely have time to take a deep breath. They are just literally shoving food in their mouths. And then when it comes to recess, I think most teachers would agree, children have been robbed of it where we are. I'm in Kentucky. Again, I don't know what it's like where you live. We get less than 30 minutes for recess in elementary school ages. And as someone who got their master's degree in counseling and human development, this is just really discouraging to me, because I know how important it is for children that age. And a good friend of mine has seen the effects in her son. He really acts out and has a hard time focusing when he does not get that physical activity, that time for play and climbing and throwing dirt and everything else that helps children to learn and focus. So I cannot wait for a healthier schedule. Number 3, values and belief systems. So we are Christians, and I do really look forward to interjecting things about God into our curriculum, especially science. I can really see the benefits of teaching them different theories, different ideas on the way the world was created, different ideas on how old or young it is, and then letting them, as they grow and they get smarter and they get more experienced in life, make decisions of their own for what they want to believe. I do not believe the public school system does us any favors by pretty much completely wiping out religion from curriculum in elementary ages because most of the world has a religion. So it is important for me for my children to be exposed to that, to be exposed to diversity and meet people from different backgrounds, but also get their values and belief systems, get the foundation for those from people who love them deeply. And that would be their parents, their grandparents, their close friends and family, their aunts and uncles, all that good stuff. So I want to give them a great starting point, and I would rather do that myself than have somebody else do it or their peers do it or whatever. And I also think that it's going to be really enlightening to watch how they grow and change as they get older, and see how they adopt the culture that my husband and I have tried to create in our home for them. Or maybe they'll just totally trash it all together, but I have a feeling that if we gift them the ability to pull from lots of different resources and make their decisions based on lots of different experiences, I have faith that they will know who they are and they will have a really solid grasp of what they want out of life. Now, you can do that even with kids that are public schooled. I understand that. I just think it's going to be easier if their education and the bulk of their life, especially when they're young, happens here at home. Number 4, a wealth of resources. Oh my gosh, you guys, my community has a ton of homeschoolers. What's it like where you are? We live in the middle of the city, the middle of a neighborhood, and we are surrounded by co-ops. We have multiple libraries, so many, just museums, art galleries. We are really grateful and lucky to be in a very rich community. So that was one reason that I was able to make the decision to homeschool a little bit easier, because I was not scared that they wouldn't get opportunities. I knew that they would have the chance to socialize with other children. I knew that they would have the chance to learn advanced topics through co-ops taught by really qualified professionals and teachers, and I knew that I would have a good support system. I already have several friends that homeschool, both online and offline, and so that is going to be really helpful too, because I know that they'll help give me their wisdom and I will just soak it up like a sponge. Time together as a family is number 5. So we want togetherness and unity and memories with our children. They are only going to be at home for 18 years, probably. And so I know that like a fourth of my life, if I get to live an average life, is going to be with my children at home. And when I think about that, it's just not very much. It feels like the most significant part of my life, but it's not that long. It's long of a part of my life. So I think that it's going to be a blessing to have to spend time with my children, and I know that it is going to be challenging, and I know that it is going to grow my patience. I'm not naturally a patient person, and this is an area that I pray and hope that I grow in. So we just want to help protect them a little bit longer from some of the hardship in the world, but also prepare them for the hardships that they're going to face in the world. Equip them with skills that when that stuff hits them in the face, that they have had such a good, strong start with us as their parents and with each other as siblings, that they feel like they have a support system they can always come back to, and they have the experience and the memory of being in a safe space where they were free to be their weird, wonderful little selves. And I want them to have an abundant life. And if they choose to have families of their own someday, they will be able to look back on everything that we're going to give them and all their education, and they will be really grateful that they were given a choice of how to do things. I am not somebody that thinks that there is one prescribed way to get to a destination. Bless you. So I am looking forward to showing them that there are many ways to accomplish things. There are many ways to create happiness and success. And I think that by homeschooling them, I can do this in a way that is more influential and solidifies it more for them, if that makes sense. So those are 5 reasons we're choosing to homeschool. If you're a homeschooler, what are some of your reasons? I'd love to see your videos about it or hear about it. Just post in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for all the yummy, wonderful, delicious content that's coming up. Some of it's going to be very juicy. We are going to a homeschool convention, speaking of wealth of resources, this weekend, and I'm going to be doing a recap on that as well. There's going to be wonderful speakers and curriculum, shopping, and all kinds of good stuff. So let me know what questions you have. Maybe I'll do a Q&A, or I can talk more on a specific topic if you want some clarification and I feel comfortable giving it. Otherwise, I hope to see you here next time, and I thank you for listening. Bye, guys.